We are starting bright and early this morning. It's a little after 7 a.m. I'm going to get my first load of laundry in for the day. I think I have 2, maybe 3 loads here that I'm hoping to get through and folded and put away today. So I want to start really early this morning to make sure that I have the best possibility of that happening. So I'm going to go ahead and get this thrown in the washer. My laundry mix. I started doing this to see if I would save myself some money doing laundry, and I definitely have. I have Gain. Here, I'll show you guys what I have in here, but I'm just going to put a scoop in. So I have OxyClean, the Downy Unstoppables. I have this scent in with my loads I do all the time, and then in this one here I have the lavender ones, and this is what I use for bedding and things like that. So this one's lasted me a long time. I've filled this up in December, and I haven't had to refill it yet, so that's how long it's lasted me. And just for reference, I wash everybody's sheets once a week, so this has lasted quite a long time. And then I also have a little bit of baking soda in there, and then my Gain powder detergent. I took a minute to clean my kitchen. I know it doesn't look like it, but I didn't do a good job cleaning the kitchen last night. So I just kind of wiped everything down. I made myself another another cup of coffee. I'm waiting for my dishwasher. It's just about done so that I can reload some more dishes. I've been switching laundry all morning. That is also about ready to be switched. I've basically been making phone calls all morning, taking care of some things. But while I was doing that, I went ahead and took some of my extra cleaning supplies and stuff that I want to carry down into the basement, and I got these loaded into a box, so I'm going to carry these downstairs. I also went and got all of the humidifiers that we had in all the bedrooms. I took those down, and I want to put those downstairs as well. So I want to get everything carried down there and everything by the storage shelf so that I can at least have everything down there that I want organized down there. That way, even if I don't get to organizing the shelves today, everything's ready to go. I also want to look underneath my kitchen sink and see if I have anything extra down under there that I want to get downstairs as well. So let's get some stuff carried downstairs and start setting all that stuff up. This is the most embarrassing but realistic thing of my storage area right now. It is so crazy. I didn't put away my canning stuff very well at the end of last season just because I was so pregnant, and I don't even think I mentioned this. Last year at the end of canning season, I actually tore a ligament that connects your thumb to your hand, essentially. And it was a really painful, long healing process. And it basically stopped my canning season, and it stopped me from taking care of anything because I was basically one-handed, and my husband was away pretty much all summer working, so it was just me and the kids. So I just was kind of in survival mode at that point of the summer. So I just carried everything down here and basically just put it on the floor, shoved it on a shelf, and that was good enough for me at the time. So today, I don't know if it's gonna happen today, but I want to start going through this stuff, getting things organized, finding all of my lids, and just getting everything reorganized. I think we are going to do this today because it is raining outside. It's really gross, and I want to get this project done before next week when the weather gets nice again, because then I want to be outside and doing things. So I think we are going to try to tackle this today. But I have this little shelf here. I think I want all of my canning stuff on, and some kitchen equipment. This is obviously mostly food. I want to keep it that way. And then we also have this little shelf right here that has more food on it, more canning stuff, and I kind of want to clear this off and use this shelf as well. You can see, like, we have our meat grinder down here, so I just want to get everything in one spot, everything organized and taken care of. So this is the task for today. I'm going to go finish carrying down those humidifiers and get those down here, and then I think we're going to start organizing and going through some of this stuff. So let's go ahead and get all that stuff. I think I'm gonna start with this shelf here because I want to put some of my preservation equipment on here, and that's going to get some of this big stuff out of the way right here. So I'm going to clear the stuff off of this shelf and make room for that stuff, but first I have to get some of this stuff out of the way from right here and push it kind of over into the more storage area of the basement. Things are really crazy down here right now, but it's just kind of the reality of where we're at because we're doing some construction projects down here, so things just kind of got pulled and shoved kind of over here for right now. So I'm hoping to just make this better. This will be a huge starting point. These are all pickles that we did last year for 2022. I've got quite a bit of these left. I also have a couple green beans and a couple dilly beans here, and then I have a whole thing full of sauerkraut that we did. So I just got to move these over, and then I think it's mostly just putting my equipment on here. So that was a very easy task that we accomplished really quickly. I have this whole shelf cleared off. I have 3 little shelves here, and I want to put my most used stuff, or the stuff that's kind of hard to pull out from the bottom shelves, up top. So I'm going to put my meat grinder here, and I'm hoping I can find a little bucket or something to put all of the different attachments in. Food savers here. I'm going to pull out my dehydrator. I'm going to put that up here. And hopefully we can get this completely organized in not a lot of time today. I have 2 like Instant Pots, and the one that I use most often is upstairs, and I'm going to put this one down here. I do use both of them, I just don't reach for this one as often. I have a really big soup pot here that I got for Christmas one year. I'm going to put this down here as well. Okay, so this is what it's looking like now. It's not perfect, but it's good enough for right now. I spent about 30 minutes down here, and I have all of my jars here, my bucket full of rings and old lids, new lids and things. Obviously, food storage, got the toilet paper and everything up, and then moving over here, I have some household stuff. I want Joe to help me move another shelf over here that I'll use all for household stuff. I have some extra cleaners and stuff down here that I would like to get on a shelf, but all my food preservation stuff is here, and I got the stuff for like to make sausages and stuff with the meat grinder, some more canning supplies, all of my like big pots and things I don't have room for up in the kitchen down here. Then this is my harvest basket, and then just some more canning odds and ends I like to keep on hand. So I feel pretty good about where this is at for right now. Like I said, not perfect. I'll definitely spend more time down here in the future, like actually organizing these the food here and seeing what I have and whatnot. But for right now, 30 minutes is what I had today, and it is already so much better. I can actually get to these shelves now, so it'll be a lot easier when I want to come back down here in a day or two and kind of keep putzing away at this little by little, so it makes a big project not seem quite as big. So I'm really happy with how this went, at least for today. I just unloaded my dishwasher and it reeks. I don't know what got put through here, but it really smells like my chicken coop. It stinks. So I'm gonna go ahead and run some vinegar and some baking soda through it I'm just gonna sprinkle this all along the bottom here. I'm gonna take my vinegar in the same measuring cup I used, and I'm just gonna set this on the top rack of my dishwasher. And I'm gonna start it.
Look at those.
I'm gonna run this on my longest and hottest cycle. I also have some butter melting here. I'm going to fry up some tortillas for lunch. I'm gonna have leftover chicken salad that I prepped yesterday. And this is what Colt and I will have for lunch because I'm just about getting ready to get Lakin on the bus. And then hopefully my laundry will be ready to switch over really soon and I'll be able to finish that off. I prefer my chicken salad in tortillas. So I just baked them up on the stove with a little bit of coconut oil just to like toast them a little bit. I like mine with some of our pickles, or I'll put some pickled onions or pickled bell peppers, whatever I dig up in here. This is the chicken salad I made.
I want a pickle.
Okay, this is the chicken salad I made yesterday. It's just chicken, hard-boiled eggs, a little bit of cheese. I have a video where I make chicken salad. I can link it down below if I remember. And I already went down to the storage room and took care of some of that stuff. It's not perfect, but it's way better and it's good enough for today. And I'm just waiting for laundry. Other than that, everything that I wanted to get done today is done. So I think we might make some applesauce muffins this afternoon, and then when the girls get home they can have some applesauce muffins. It's just like a baking day. I still have to figure out what I'm doing for dinner. I have no idea what I'm gonna do, so I have to figure that out and pull some meat out for that. But other than that, everything's done for today, at least while we're waiting for laundry, but that won't take me that long. We're scraping the barrel of the bottom of this pickle jar. So I have a pickled green pepper and then some little pickle pieces on this other one, and I'm gonna sit down and enjoy my super easy lunch and then switch my laundry, make some muffins, and then by the time we're done with muffins, hopefully my last load of laundry will be out of the dryer and we can fold everything and get things started to be put away. I am going to make the applesauce muffins that we make all the time here. They are our favorite muffin recipe. It is linked in my Pinterest. They are called Easy Cinnamon Applesauce Donut Muffins. My Pinterest is linked down below so you guys can go find this, but it's a really simple, easy recipe. I'm going to be using some of our cinnamon applesauce that we canned up last fall. So, oh, it smells so good. It smells just like fall. I'm excited. These are gonna be really good today because it's like a rainy day, and I mentioned that, but it feels like a fall day, but it's a spring day. You know what I mean. This recipe does call for whole wheat flour. I don't ever use the whole wheat flour. I just put in that amount of white flour, and I've never had an issue with it at all. These bake up beautifully. They're wonderful. If you wanted to, you could also just dump this into a loaf pan and make it an easy like cinnamon applesauce loaf bread. That would be delicious too, but I'm just going to cream our butter, eggs, vanilla, all of that stuff together, throw in our sugar and our wet ingredient, or our dry ingredients, and start scooping these into muffin tins. I actually have some big muffin tins. I found this really big muffin tin at a antique store and I haven't used it yet, and I've been really excited about it, so I think I'm gonna make my muffins in these today. I'm gonna get this mixed up. I also was able to switch my laundry, so we are making progress. Things are happening. So I'm just gonna throw all the ingredients in here, whiz it up, and we'll have some muffins here in a little bit. This recipe does call for a 1/4 cup of sour cream, and that's what makes this recipe so creamy and good and all of the things. I also throw my butter in these muffins room temperature. I don't melt it down, and that's because I really like to have the chunks of butter in the muffin even after it's baked. It is so good. You bite into it and you get like this melted butter deliciousness. It's so good. So I like to keep my butter kind of chunky in here. I don't like to melt it or whip it together so it's all creamed together. I try to keep it a little bit more clumpy, I guess is the word. I just pulled out some of our little muffins here, and I'm gonna go ahead and eat one while they're still warm. Our big ones are still obviously going to take a little bit longer, but I did rotate them and they look and smell delicious. So I have one of our little muffins here. I also decided I'm just gonna stay in my sweatpants all day. It's already noon, so might as well just stay comfy. But ooh. Okay, I didn't do a great job greasing my muffin tins, but ooh. Yep, just as good as I remembered. So we're gonna eat our afternoon snack with some of muffins, and I'm gonna hang out with Colt and Cleo and just wait for that last load of laundry to finish drying in the dryer. And then once that's done, I'm going to fold and put everything away. So I think I'm gonna go play Spider-Man's for a little bit with Colt.